Put on the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using Ambient Light Rejection Technology Game. I'm trying to get a better angle on how I'm going to do this. All right, I guess I'll hold it this way. All right, so I'm going to be showing you a few tricks on how to build a projection screen stand. Right now we are in my my little arcade room that I'm actually working on. I got a big gaming room in the back, but I decided to turn this one into like a little arcade center in here. I got to redo my screen there because I was trying to bring up my screen. I caught the wall a little bit in the corner and scraped my screen pretty good. So I'm gonna have to come here and recoat this one all over again. So in here, I'm showing you exactly like easy ways to build your own stands. Right here, I'm actually building one so my projector can stand up horizontal so I can project it onto the 235.1 screen. So I'm kind of putting some of my stuff there down real quick. So, okay, so this is the screen right here. I got to recode it because, like I said, I marked it, bringing it in. But this is a 110-inch, 235, not 235, oh my goodness, so you're saying 235 for one. 106-inch, 79-inch, good gracious, what's wrong with me today? 106-inch portrait mode screen, which I'm going to use for side scrolling. So right now, I'm going to show you how to build a different forms of projection screen stands that I build. This is the first one I built right here. I actually built a couple of them. This was designed so I could take my projector and stand it upright so I can hit the ceiling. So this one has it's very easy to build. It's kind of like the equivalent of if you're building a magazine rack. So what you want to do is you want to actually build around your projector, and that's what you're doing. You're just building around your projector. You're basically just measuring out the height, the length of your projector, and then the height of it. And remember, you don't want to block any fans for the fans to be exposed. You don't want to block out any control panels or having the ability to be able to manipulate anything on the projector. So since this one had to stand upright this way so I can hit the ceiling, I had to put in these support blocks in here and here to lift the projector up just a little bit so all the cables and wires could come out without basically bending in the cables or wires. And then the same thing, it's like all you're doing is you're building, you have their platform. This is your platform, is always your bottom. Put about 3 or 4 planks on the side. This actually will measure how high your projector goes up. And then you make sure your cables and cords have to clear because you don't want anything bending, basically weakening your cables. And then for the side, all you're doing is like you're building a fence. So you have your piece here that locks to the bottom, connected to the platform here. Same thing, like if you're building a screen, except for you would take, sorry about that, you would take this part here. This would be the opposite back here because you want it to squeeze as tight as possible on the projector. You want it to fit real nice. All right. So that's basically what it is. All you do is just build your frame around your projector. So when you have it set up, I'm take this disconnect all this real quick. Take it. Well, actually, this goes the other way around. No, I'm sorry, we're on the right side, and just slide it in. So when it slides in, you see that gap we have underneath here? That's where the plank's going here, because that allows for all my cables and wires to run at the bottom. Nothing gets smashed. There's enough room for me to hit my control panel right there, no problem. If I bring it over to the side just a little bit here, which is supposed to be over here on this side, like this way, I got control of my power on and power off. This is free for me to move back and forth to adjust. Just want to make sure when you measure it out, you're building the frame around your projector. That's all you're doing, just building the stand around your projector. That's the easiest way to build them. And then, if I go around here to the front, or in the back of it, I got paint on it anyway. I got paint on my projectors anyway, all work projectors. You can see I have a piece right here, one single piece that locks it in place if it's nice and snug. And then right there, I got my supports here and here, which allowed all my cables and wires to come out through there. Very easy to put together. All you're doing is basically just building around your projector. That's all you're doing. And if you notice, my fans here and back here are fully exposed, so there's plenty of air circulating back and forth. And this is designed to project an image up at the ceiling. This one, on the other hand, is a little different. I'm building this so basically I can stand the projector upright and I can hit the screen. Because if I'm going to do this in portrait mode, I have to have it where the projector is standing upright so the screen stands this way. Now, keep in mind, I wouldn't do this if you have a gaming system or console system, because you're going to have to be able to go in and manipulate the screen, which means you're going to have to be able to put it in that kind of portrait mode, kind of window style kind of display. You know, that's your gaming system has that option. It's not going to work. So I'm running this to a PC. My gaming, and here's going to be all PC, because in PC I can go into Windows, I can go to the front page, and I can just basically hit the back button and bring up personals and go in and change or display and to change my landscape or portrait mode. So that's how I'm able to do it there. So this one is a little different. This one has to stand because I'm going to mount this down here so it doesn't go anywhere. I'm also going to be attaching these to the side, keep it from rocking back and forth, just in case if I bump the doohickeys out of it, which I don't have to worry about it because it has this, but this is just for extra support. I have sides here, like I have here and here, and that's so the projector, let me grab my projector real quick. I was just out today, getting my little squirrels taken care of today. This is so the projector can sit like this. All right. So mine is not mounted down yet, so it's a little rocky. So this is how I can sit like this because I have access to my controls and everything here. I can put the projector here and here. Now the reason why I have that little platform at the bottom because there is an air vent right there. So there's an air vent right there, and I have to make sure that's free so plenty of air can flow right through. I'm not worried about the back being blocked. So once all this is mounted down here, I can set my projector here, point it there, and I'm done. So let me see something for a minute. This thing's always at the bottom. So I'm going to plug this one up now. I think what I'm going to do right first before I plug this up, I'm going to basically put my whatchamacallits in first. Put my brackets in on the side so I can make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Now, what I'm going to do is I got to go downstairs. I got some primer, black primer paint, which I'm going to be using to coat that. So like I said, they're very easy to build. All you're doing is just basically just building your stand around your projector. You gotta look at it like a magazine rack. You take a magazine rack, you slide your magazines in it. The same scenario. With that particular one, same scenario. Let's make sure that hits right. Go. So we got one right there. And let's just going to make sure that when I bolt this down, because I am going to actually seal it down. So if I bump it or I hit it or anything happens, you know, I don't have to worry about it falling out and getting wrecked. But this is going to be standing a little higher up, and I had to build this one a little higher up. Now also too, it also helps if, now the one that's like this one right here that I already built, the one that actually shoots the projector upward, you don't really have to do much adjustment on where your projector is going to be sitting at, because this is going to be sitting straight down and projecting the image upward. So it's kind of like I said, it's like half a magazine rack. It's pretty easy to put together. This one, on the other hand, you may want to do some adjustments on how high it has to stand up in order to hit the screen, because this projector doesn't have lens shift. Now, if I had lens shift, I couldn't care where it stands at because I can always move the image where it needs to go, but it doesn't. So I had to measure, turn it on and measure, and see exactly how it was going to actually fit with the screen. There's a birdie out there in my window. Right. Okay, that's okay. I'm good with that. That's it. Get those all done. So I want to put in for extra protection, which I doubt I'm going to need it. See, that's the thing about it. You can't say what projector, because the thing about it is you're building the frame around your projector. That's why I can't give you a particular model or whatever. You're building the frame around your projector. It's not the other way around. So it doesn't make a difference what projector you get. You're building the frame around your projector. Your projector is the blueprint. That's what makes it easy. There's no measurements or none of that all about it. Each projector is going to have its own measurement. You know how tedious that would be if I basically had to do a measuring for every last projector? You build it around your projector. That's all you got to do. It's right here. You can put these on the side if you want. Now, I'm going to show you something else, another stand I built. I built this stand for, like I said, when I show you can build it around your projector, I'm going to give you an example of that. Give you an example of that real quick. All right, so I left the projector upstairs. Hold on for a minute. I got to grab one of the projectors upstairs. Now, this stand was designed so I could take my projector outside, and I wanted to project images off the balcony. So I built this stand for the Casio projector. And this allows me to be able to bolt this down, lean it off the side of the deck, and place my projector in there. So let me show you. This is what I built it for this one. Built for this projector right here, my Casio projector. So I'm gonna show you the stand. See, so that's what I said. You gotta build around the projector. All you're doing is just building a case around it. That's all you're doing. So I'll show you that stand. All right, now this stand right here allows your projector to hang off the side of your deck. All right, so basically, here's the back piece that you will connect to your deck like this. So if you want to connect it, have it hanging off your deck, your balcony, however you want to have it. The reason why I built this is because I was going to put a picnic table over here, paint that with the black coating, and project a screen on top of it so we can watch TV while we eat and look at the table. But I thought it was pretty cool, or do some kind of abstract art, which actually this would come in handy now since I had the scanner. Because now since I had the scanner, I can take this projector, mount it here, and mount the equipment on top of it, and I can scan any object underneath me, which ain't a bad idea. I can mount this in the house, have the scanner on top of it, project the image straight down. See, you never know when you need to use something. So I'm gonna show you how this one works. So here, let's just say this part right here is leaning off the side. I got these right here just in case if I want to basically tether this to the wall or tether this to the side of the deck. So just in case, if these come out, these got backup safety hooks, which I have here and here to allow me to be able to tether it extra to the side of the deck or whatever wall, wherever I'm putting it on, just in case. So this is how this fits. There, fits in there just like so. Come out my wheels out. So it fits in there just like so. And this will allow me to be able to, let me bring this over a little bit more. There we go. So this is how it fits. So this allows me to be able to manipulate all my buttons, right? There's the side for me to be able to move back and forth my focus and all that. None of that's damaged or messed with. Air vents are all open. I can get everything here. And then, when we pick it up, you can see that the IR remote control is not covered. Everything is open. where I can run this with no problem whatsoever and not worry about whether or not I'm blocking any vents all the way around. That's how you want to do it. So these are different stands that I built for myself for when I want to use, I don't want to go out and spend the money for these. I saw the bracket systems that they have for these special stands and stuff, and they're like an arm and a freaking leg. So you know what? I'm building mine. I'm going to get some wood and build. This is all made from scrap wood that I had laying around in the shop that I wasn't doing anything with. And all it is just basically two pieces of wood lined together all the way to here. And then you put another piece of wood here. It's just sitting here. It's just basically very easy. So these two pieces of wood, they come all the way to the end like a ladder. And you put a connector here to strengthen it. A double-sided on each side. And then once it reaches here, I just take another piece of wood and I measure it to the projector. I want to make sure I have enough room here for the air vents. And connect the second piece right from here to there. So it's like a ladder. Very easy to put together. And then I take my L brackets and I connect them here and here, which allows me to have something I can hook here and connect or tether that to the wall. Put an extra one here for just for support. Same thing here, lock it together. Another one here you can lock in for support here and here, and put two extra one right there. That's it. Very easy to put together. So it's, you know, these things, you know, they want to charge you all this money, like $300 and $400 for these brackets, and you can build it yourself. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm building the one for now. I'm going to use that one. I was going to mount my short throw projector, which would have been, it would have been, let me see what that would have been. This one I would have mounted, but I forgot I built that stand. And that stand right there is easier for me to mount it here than for me to mount this one. And that's a laser. That's a hybrid laser projector, which I would love to see what a laser projector looks like on that scanning. So same thing here, same portrait mode setup. Now, these right here are just regular shelves. That's all. They're just regular shelves. Now, usually when you have a projector, the first thing you got to do is you got to mount those to the ceiling, and then you got to tilt it so it can hit the screen. But these are Chrissy projectors. These projectors all have lens shift. So I don't really care where this projector stands at because I can always move the image to fit right in the spot where it needs to go. So that's why I got to do it differently in here, because this projector has no lens shift attached to it. So I got to build it a different way. So I'll show you. I'm just going to bracket in two of them. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. I'll drop two screws in here anyway. I got to see where it's standing at anyway. Oh. So let's, because this is the only room right now, I can honestly tell you, this section right here, this room right here, is going to be dark all the time because this is an arcade room. I already bought the curtains. I bought these blackout gamer curtains. They had the mystical stars all over them. This whole entire area is going to be transformed into something crazy wild. So I'm going to be doing nothing but arcading in here. I've already picked up a gaming chair. It's nice. It's a nice one, not too big and wide like the one I got in the room is big. But it's going to be a nice little gaming chair. It's going to be designed for me to sit right up on the screen and play my games in portrait mode. You know, old-fashioned games they have on Steam, especially the one called Space Invader Extreme. That's the reason I started building this room. So I can sit there and do that. All this is going to be flashing the lights, I ordered the speakers, everything's done. So all I got to do now is wait for my stuff to get here and start the building. All right, so I'm going to show you the dry run, which I'm going to basically, before I do the dry run, I'm going to plug everything up. Plug everything up and see where I got to set it up first. Also had to order another lamp for the projector too, just in case, because this lamp was on its last leg. Now, this used to be the lamp for the one downstairs, the projector for the one downstairs. I bought another NEC projector yesterday, got it for 160 bucks, good price. Same model as this one, so it'll fit in that stand perfectly. So that'll work out. All right, so let's plug everything in. All right. Okay, I'm in the wrong outlet. I like this projector. This projector has 2 HDMI ports on it. Okay, so I have to back it away a little bit. And I gotta bring it forward. And I got to bring in keystones to the wall. Let me see. Something here I'm missing. Oh, that's what I'm missing. That's what I'm missing. I don't have this zoomed out yet. Just trying to get a feel for it from where it's going to sit. A little bit too much in. All right. I'll bring it back some. So once I get it locked in where I want it, I want to go from there. It's going too far in. I got to figure out how far and where it's going to be at when I start to mount this thing down. Now there's an area here I just got to brace a little better because I have to put a little cushion in there. Brace a little better, but I'll get it set the basic size. I need to right now just know exactly where this thing is going to sit at correctly without any problem. All right, so that's good for right now. All right, there we are right now. Got to do a little bit more adjustment to the top, a little more corner keystone in there, and I'll have it fitting perfectly. So I'm just trying to measure where I need to stand, because once I mount this thing down, that is it. It is going to be mounted down. So good thing about this projector does have corner keystoning, which is good. That makes it a lot easier for me to adjust it where I need to be at. There we go. Now we'll figure out where to get that stand at. And of course, once I get the computer here, I can put it in portrait mode. Then I won't have that there anymore. That will be sitting down there at the bottom where it's supposed to be at when I put it in portrait mode. Only 2 things I need to do with this right here. One, the screen still has to be adjusted. And I'll show you why. Because I had to do some modifications in here. One of the problems I was having was the screen where it sits at. There is an electrical outlet that stands out from the wall. So if I plug in cords in there, it kind of causes the screen to shift. So I had to come back to the wall and I had to put in some planks. So I got 2 planks in there right now. And I'm pulling the screws out so the screen can lift and hang off the wall. So right now, 2 of them are in there right now. So I can see right now the screen is still on a bit of a slant here because of the outlet there. So I'm gonna have to drop a 3rd plank in there, draw all those back into the wall. I'm using galvanized screws so they can hit the brick. And then after that, I'm gonna have to put out 2 long screws and extend it out so it hangs down. Now I'm not worried about the bottom because like I said, I got that outlet right there. And if I have to, I'll bring some screws out just a little farther from the wall so they can coffee table this. Running all lead lights through that, so that's gonna go up real nice. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now this is done. All I gotta do now is go out back. I got some cushioned feet to put underneath this because it's a little uneven. And all I can do is go out back, spray this down with the primer, let it dry, and then basically mount it down, and I'm done. That's it. And basically finish reattaching this screen to the seal, to whatchamacallit. This comes off anytime I want. I just lift it up and just take it off. But extend it out a little farther out, repaint the screen, put the LED lights behind the back of it, and then I got to go on from there. All right, so just showing you a real fast and easy way on how to build your own stands and all that other good stuff. I wonder, let me see this for a minute. I wonder if it will fit. Sometimes I have these in portrait mode. See if I can get these on this side. Nope, too big. So I'm gonna have to, in order to get this in here, it'll fit. It's just too big. So what I'll have to do to get that one to fit, all I gotta do is come around to the back here, take this out, take these two screws out, take these two screws out, these two screws, pull that out, and it just put a piece of wood and extend it. So all we do is just measure the width on how wide that is and just basically cut the wood to that size. Leave a little bit of room in there so I can get it in and out. And just bring the width out a little bit longer. That's it. Take a piece of wood and cut it and put it right here like this to make up for the lift, which I really don't need, to tell you the truth. Just extend a little bit farther out, that's all. And just bring this back a little bit and I can slide that right in there and be done with it. Which I'm thinking about doing because downstairs, I have my Sony projector set up, and sometimes I have to tilt it on its side to do the doorway projection screen set up for the scanner, and that wouldn't be a bad idea. It's just building another model just like this, but just a little bit wider to accommodate that one. Just make sure you put your little bridges in there, like you want to put a little bridge right here, piece of wood here, and a piece of wood right here. Anytime you got a vent coming out, you always want to make sure you put a nice little bridge here and a nice little bridge there. If you want, you can put some of those cushioning paddings on if you want. They're used for basically for keeping CDs from skipping. But you want to make sure there's enough airflow between here and there that's coming back and forth. And you don't want to block anything here and here. Let the airflow shoot out. As you can see right here and here, I'll make sure there's plenty of airflow coming through. But that's pretty much basically about it. That's how you build your stands. All right, with that being said, what do you have a chance to draw some blueprints out and put them on the website so you can go in there and just basically copy and paste or download or whatever you want to do. But I'll show you some more stuff later on. There's also ways actually too, you can high ultra short throw projectors and all that other cool stuff. But I'll get around to show you that later on. All right, I gotta go and God bless.